Hello. Hey, it's Bitty Penny. How you doing? I have a few Easter cards to share with you today. I'm missing one. There's one more. I'll have to show it to you later. It's from Beth. It's out in my living room right now. Ah, shucks. I thought I grabbed them all, and now I'm remembering because I put them up around my house, and so sometimes I forget to grab them all. This is from my friend Tamara, and she even included this really cute. In this crazy world, we can all use a little sunshine in our day. Feel free to keep this card as a reminder that you are special, or pass it forward to encourage another person on their journey. And this is a master board that she took and cut up and then pastes this little message on it. And I imagine that she gives them out in places that she goes. So, and this is the card that she made for me with my paper, which is so sweet. And this is the Easter Blessings paper pad. I love this, Tamara. Love your card. Love the message. Not a Hallmark. Handmade by Tamara. I love it. I love the colors. I just love this green color. So I'm going to show you guys my Happy Mail. And then I'm going to let viewer choice, you pick my project today. Remember, if you fit in, you wouldn't be so great helping others think outside the box. This is from my friend Kathy Grant, and she made that message for me because I realized about a month ago I don't fit in the box. And then she has this little bunny butt sticking over the box. I've shown y'all this one, but I wanted to include it in my Happy Mail with you all. So isn't that sweet? I just love it so much. Kathy's the one that made me my personalized fan. This is from my friend Heidi Robbins. Look at that. A little bit of Easter blessings going on here, but I love the way that she put it with dyes and flowers in her stash. And she combined all kinds of things to make this beautiful card for me, and I just love it. It's been a beauty to look at. I've loved looking at all these. And then Sweet Like Honey from Kendra. I didn't get to show y'all this before, but this was a card that Kendra had made, and I loved it as well. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Thank you so much. When you send me cards, it just makes my heart so happy, and I truly appreciate it. Let me say hi to everyone. I'm not stopping the chat today. I'm not going to do it. Hey, Dawn. I'm just like, that's me telling myself this. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Norma and Ave. Gloria. Hello. Hello, Miss Vicky. Good to see you all. Hi, Michelle. Okay. So it's that time. You guys get to pick my project today. Are we going to decorate journals? Are we going to do junk journaling? Or are we going to do card making? So that's it. You just can put cards or journal, and you can type that in the chat, and you get to pick my project. So go. You guys go ahead and tell me what you want to do today. Miss Linda Veal, how you doing? And Miss Linda Gorman. The Lindas are in the house. Cards, journal. Hi, Vicki Emerson. So good to see you. Either cards, cards, cards. Oh, cards, journal. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for cards. We've got 1, 2, 3 for journal. I'm going to leave it open a couple more minutes. Hello, Miss Paula Rice. Okay, let me count my journals again because I feel like there's more than 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. Okay, and then cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, now there's 6, there's 7. Oh my goodness, the pressure is on. Which one will it be? Hi, Jane. Hi, Penny. We have both, we have double Sharons in the house too. Hi, Sharon. Sharon S. Cards. Okay, well, nothing like getting a tie again. Okay, let's just, maybe we'll do both. I mean, maybe we'll just do both. I need to bust some 6x6 paper, and I have some over here to the side. Okay, so we'll start here, and then we may go into journaling as well. All right. So, like, what's the point of taking a poll if you're just going to do both? I don't know. It was pretty close. So, we got to get out outside of that box. Kathy's not here, but she's already said it. Got to get out of that box. I have some Christmas paper here I've obviously never used because I'm taking the seal off of it. Santa Baby. Well, actually, I think this is, I have used this paper pad before, not this one, but I've used this paper before. I just haven't used this particular one. Okay. All right. So let's make some cards. We're just going to warm up with some cards. Okay. I had some scraps sitting off to the side of my desk and came up with this. It's just a 6x6 piece of paper. I had one piece that was torn in half, and then I had this strip, and I was like, oh, what if I put the strip across it? And just kind of started a 6x6 card. I never make 6x6 cards, but we're going to do that today. I'm not going to worry about envelopes because I think I will make these cards that I can put into my orders when people place an order. So this is a random Pink Fresh Studios. I mean, this might have been the first year that they were even in business. Kind of, that's how old it is. Paper pad. Some of it I like, some of it, eh. So let's play with this though and make some of these 6x6 real easy cards. This is going to be easy stuff. Okay, I'm going to pick, these would definitely be good backgrounds. This is going to be kind of my formula here. And then I'm going to bring out some Zen Tangle stamps, and we're going to make Zen flowers. It's going to be fun. Okay, there's another one of those I think would be a good background, and there's a good background. So all of these pieces then. Okay, so we can make 4 more 6x6 cards pretty easily. We're going to do this part first. This idea, you of course don't have to make a 6x6 card. You can make this any size you want. It's very simple. I'm not even cutting anything. I'm just tearing. You know what? I think I'm going to put this with the yellow. We'll see. We'll see. And then maybe that piece will go across. Okay, so then let's do this one. I like that these are non-directional. And then we'll put this blue piece across those. All right. It's going to be lightning fast here. This is why we can definitely do both. How are you guys doing? It has been a stressful week. I'm not going to lie. It's just been a stressful week, and it's going to be a stressful week going forward. I'm not looking forward to it. So there's 2 strips. This is scrap. I'm doing 2-inch strips here with these pieces, 2x6. See, those are the pieces that are going to go across. And just like that, we already have some backgrounds going on. So I'm just going to stack them up and we'll glue them. Okay. We just get to let everything, hi Avali. We get to just let everything melt away when we're at the craft desk. Ah, it feels so good. By the way, see what you guys think of this. I'm thinking about doing lives on Monday with my members, with my channel members. It'll be Member Monday. So we've been talking about like the lives and how many I do each week, which would take my lives on my channel down to Wednesday and Saturday, which is a nice spread. And then the channel members get a little something extra. The thing is in the past I've tried to do lives on with my members and I can't see the comments, which drives me crazy. But I'm going to troubleshoot that and figure that out. I can see them, but not the way I normally can see them. Okay, so that one's done. Like the background, but we're still going to add our Zen flowers to this. Now for my card bases, I don't really buy any card bases pre-made. So we'll just get out our 12 by 12 paper and make our card bases. I think I'm going to glue just the edges here in case I decide to slip some flowers behind the piece. Hey Flo, how's it going, girlfriend? You have weekend duty for work, so I'm in call. Paper mill needs anything. Near the house and computer, but I plan on making a big change next month. So it may be the last one. Well, there you go, Reagan. I know. I feel like a lot of changes are on the horizon, kind of whether we want them or not, or whether we're ready or not. I definitely feel that energy. Now, again, you don't have to make 6x6 cards, but this month in the hashtag Paper Stash Smash, we're trying to smash 6x6 paper. And I thought, what better way to smash 6x6 paper than making 6x6 cards? I'm just saying. It's a great way. $12 Well, then it's time to make a change, I would say. Probably, you know, if there's no joy in it. I've been at my job a number of years and I really do enjoy it. But some days are better than others, and that's just going to happen anywhere you go. But yeah, you know, every day, the choices and the decisions we make, I keep preaching this to my husband, every day, the choices and the decisions that we make are writing our life story. And we're at our midlife. And so we got to be really thoughtful about those kinds of things. Okay, so next for the Zen flowers, I want to use these Zentangle inspired stamps from Desiree, and we're going to make flowers out of them, you guys. That's the plan. That's the plan. So let's see. Let's use these two for now. All right. Now I haven't tried this. It's just I thought I had. Just an idea that popped in my head and was cooking up in my brain. Life's too short. That's true. It just flies right by. Yeah, like we're really actually, I think, considering an adventure ourselves as a family. I think we're just getting closer and closer to considering that. All right, I have some of this You Create watercolor paper off to the side. I'm pretty sure that that's what this is. I think. I actually don't know what this paper is, to be honest. No, this is not the You Create. I don't know what this is. Hold on. When I don't know what a paper is, I just kind of keep it off to the side and end up using it for whatever I need scraps for, typically. What happens is in my craft room, I have a lot of different types of white paper. And so I can lose track of which one is which. Pardon me as I grab my You Create paper because that's what I want to use. It's a watercolor paper that Desiree, at Includa, thank you, got me hooked on, and I really like it. It's got a smooth, super smooth side, and it's not stark white, but it's a great watercolor paper. Very, very, very good. You get a lot of it. It's a good price. I just really like it. Okay, so I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black ink for this session of flower making because I think we might want to add some watercolor to it. And so that's why I'm using watercolor paper, and the VersaFine is the perfect ink for watercoloring. Look at that. Would you look at that? So cool. I want to use these stamps over and over. I have so many ideas for them. But this one popped in my head. And I have to keep a little journal by my desk, you guys, so that while I'm working, if I have an idea pop in my head, I can write it down and go on with my day. So I just wrote it down and kept going. Sometimes I even just keep, because I keep Post-it notes at my desk too. Sometimes I'll just pop it in my on a Post-it note. All right, so there are those. Let's get some more. These are a photopolymer stamp, and they're just really well made, high quality stamps. That was a heavy sigh, huh? Oh, like marbles. That's a cool. Yeah, I could see that. Could totally see that. And we're going to use this one. We're going to make flowers. Okay, you probably, maybe you saw the flowers that I made with this stamp previously. And I think I made one with this stamp too. Now what I did was I stamped it more like in the center of the paper to where I could draw around it. We're making a different kind of flower today. Australia would give us an adventure, Michelle, and I've certainly thrown that on the table. I think, honestly, though, maybe we're just not ready yet. But who knows? If we go on an adventure to Europe, then who knows where we'll land, you know? I think what we're going to do is go visit Europe again and take the kids and take a vacation before we just go all in, sell everything, and split town. uh, so, yeah. But dream big, right? Dream big. Okay, so let's start with these flowers. Oh, they're not flowers. Let's start with these circles and turn them into flowers. Okay, there's a couple of ways that we could do this. I wanted to make Zen flowers with you guys because honestly, if you can learn Zentangle, so Desiree has this Podia page now where she's going to be, you can, as a member, there's a free side and there's a member side, you can learn Zentangle and lots of other things, journal making, card making, all those things. But I chose these Zen flowers, one, because I wanted to use my stamps, but two, because you could also doodle and draw something like this yourself, and then you could use dies. If you have dies, you could use dies. This one has some nice size leaves, which I think would be cool. Like this one. Let's get these out. If I could buy a tape runner that had this strong tape on it, I would. That stuff is so strong. Look at this one. This is a nice size. Let's get this one. I like all of these. This is a Sizzix. Thinlits. What is it called? Bohemian Florals. And then I have these others from Scrap Diva Designs. Okay. So you can use die cuts and die cut out. Now I think I'm actually going to die cut my leaves just plain paper, but we'll see. And then this one, put this right up here. Maybe even right there. Let's get this one cut out. Okay. Let's do this. If you don't have dies and you don't have a die cutting machine and you don't have Zentangle stamps, I'm making this because you can still make it. You can use any patterned paper, any stamp you do have. You can Zentangle, you can tangle your own flowers. I'm going to move this over here, put that right there. And that's why I chose this project. I'm just cheating. I've got a cheat code. And that is Desiree's stamps. Okay. This whole sheet of paper is not going to fit in my die cutting machine. So I'm going to trim it down. All right. Let me adjust my die cutting machine. It was set to 3D emboss. Man, I love this machine, you guys. Okay. Dun, da, da, da. Fun. That's fun. Ooh, I like these little pieces too. Let's keep these little pieces because we might be able to color those and put them, insert them back in to the center. And then my leaves are plain, but we'll paint those. And then this piece, let's take a look at her, do the big reveal. Cool. I just did the Zentangle on this part, and then this part of it we can color in and paint. Let's make more. Let's do more of these. We do have 4 cards after all. And then I even like this circle right here with the flower cut out. You could use that in some way. That's not a piece you necessarily need to throw away. Just fussy cut that out. Could totally use that. Okay, let's move this over here and do that again. There we go. Let's get some of this circle here. Now, pigment ink, which is what this VersaFine ink is that I'm using, takes longer to dry and it's humid here. Oh, the humidity. Use this one again. I'm kind of putting it in the middle so that I can use these circles if I want to. So let's put that there. Flip that one over too. Let's get us another leaf. Hi, Catherine Paul. How are you? Thanks, Linda. Aren't they fabulous? Oh, it's National Scrapbook Day. Woohoo. Hey there, Brian. How you doing? I don't scrapbook, but I junk journal, and that is a great memory keeping thing. So there's that. I know that scrapbook.com's been having a 10% off sale this week in honor of National Scrapbooking Day, which is really cool. You guys, I will forever be a scrapbook.com fan and customer. They have been so awesome. not really ever needed their customer service before, it has been the best I've ever gotten um, in the crafty like industry. It has just been amazing. And I would say if you're ever looking to buy like, you know, machines, tools, things like that, buy them from scrapbook.com. They have a really good customer service. Like, hopefully you'll never need it, but if you did, I'm confident they'll take care of you. Okay, so let's do these. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to make some without the dies, I think. So we've got 4 cards to decorate. I reuse that Post-it, that blue tape until I can't use it anymore. I just stick it to the edge of my desk. Okay, die cutting done for now. Let's bring back in, let's see how everything's looking. I do have some more of these available. So here's our 6x6 card front. Let's see if my concept comes together, how it looks. Now I do want to color them. It's like a very modern kind of card. I think we're going to do that, and then we'll take strips of paper like this one and make some stems. I think stems came in those dies. I just didn't cut them out. But there's some stems. Oh my goodness. Very like modern. Okay, so let's color these all up now. Cannot wait for my other mats to arrive, but this one will certainly work. This is from the Dollar Tree, this blue mat. Let's use this to color these up. How's everybody doing? What are y'all all doing today? They have 15% off today? Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Let's use these. That is awesome. Okay. I had a water brush that I filled up today. I don't know where it went. Maybe I used it all. I'm not really sure. All right. So I'm just going to watercolor the leaves. No real strong detail or anything needed. I'll make it a little darker on one side than the other, but like keep it pretty basic here. There are some really cool like indentions and striations in the die itself. So let's use that same color for our stems. This is a hang tight with me moment as we make these cards, because I don't know what they're going to look like. None of us know what they're going to look like, but we're going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to get a different green. Let's use this one. Down here. I don't know the name of, I thought these were Kuretake watercolors, but they're not. They're another Japanese company, I think. I don't know what the name is. I need to write it on there, but I bought them on Amazon. I just love jewel tones and thought these colors were really just a gorgeous palette. I'm going to soak that up with this scrap paper over here. Actually, we still have more leaves to color, so hold on. We've got more leaves and stems. I really like this dark color. I'm going to let it be dark. Okay. Then I go back to this lighter color for this one, except for the part that I just smudged on there. Do the same thing, just coloring one side darker than the other. And then the stem. There we go. And now, let's color these. These are like the cone flower. I love cone flowers. I love all flowers, seriously. But they did their cone flower in purple, which is interesting. I think we're going to do ours like in a rusty red. And then I'm going to need to pull in a yellow for the top. Let's just do a rusty red petal though. We could make these grungy if we wanted to. I'm going to move that color around because I don't want to cover up the Zentangle design too much. Watercolor also dries back much lighter, and you can lift if you need to lift it. This is a wee bit dark, but I think that contrast will actually be nice. Let's pick a different color for this other one. Similar, but different. It's a little brighter. Gift card, train colors, science, you've got botany, and a flower. Oh my gosh, yeah. This totally could be, Reagan. I popped in last night to Craft Roulette. I love the Mother's Day, the whole month of May when Mary has like the crafty moms and their children on. I love May on Craft Roulette. And so I popped in last night. I didn't say hi or anything because I had had a really hard day and I was very tired. And I just kind of needed to zone out. But I wasn't there for long before I got pulled away. But I did see, that's not the right yellow. Not for today, not for this project. I did see a little bit, there was some lawn fawn going on. That's the part I saw. I mean, I was really there for just a few minutes. But it looked like they were using some lawn fawn and maybe going to be working on a scene. I'm not loving this yellow either. Not for this. Let's do a little orange. Let's pull in a little. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jan, I think it does. Thanks for the idea. I really do want to get back to submitting my craft roulette cards. I am very wildly inconsistent as far as that's concerned. But I do want to get back to it. I was going to try to hit the 100 mark this year, but it doesn't look like I'm going to do that. Okay, so what colors do I want to put on this one? Let's see. So we have these little centerpieces of the flower that I think I'll paint a different color than the others. Down the rabbit hole, here we go. Will we have time for a journal? Nobody knows. I mean, we can always at least decorate some pages of a journal. I have a journal I've been making in my 30-minute series. You know, you only have 30 minutes to craft. I've started another one, and so I have different journals that I need to decorate pages on. I pulled this out because I want to see the different colors. This is like a purple. Purple and yellow. It's always good. You too, Paula? They're sporadic. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've made cards for Craft Roulette and just blanked, you know, not sent it in on time, you know, forget to submit it. That's certainly happened as well. Am I going to love these? I don't know. I don't know, but we're going to keep going. Okay. So I think our painting here is done. While this is drying, let's do the, I don't have dies, so how am I going to make this version? No dies, no problem. You can make these too. Move all those off to the side. We'll be finding out if this die is symmetrical here pretty soon. It'll be interesting to see if I can piece these pieces back into those flowers or not with paper piecing. I'm going to clean off my mat with some paper. So I'm just going to spritz it real good and lift it. Spritz and lift. Oh, not much to it. Probably too much water, not much color. That's okay. Not much color at all. Not much to it. It'll just kind of look tea-dyed. Just be a grungy piece. All right. I could sprinkle some sprinkles. I've got these Lindy's. I never use these. They are not my favorite, and I don't mean to be rude. It's just not my favorite. But it's these powders. Pigment powders. I do love pigment powders. I just never was able to make magic with these. There we go. That's more interesting. We're not even planning on using this. Why not? Just make it up. There we go. Move that off to the side. All right, don't have dies. As I said, you can Zentangle or do this on anything. All you need is a pencil. All I need is a pencil. And hi, Kim. How's it going? Hey, Di. Yeah, that's me. Di tends to talk too much. Will I be able to tell that's a coneflower? I don't know. Or will anybody else be able to tell that's a coneflower? Not sure, but we're going to make another one. Let's draw the leaves down like this. Oh, there goes my stomach. It's hungry. It wants me to throw something at it. My family went to the movies last night. I chilled. I worked late and then chilled. I didn't even do the dishes. I didn't cook anybody dinner. I didn't even really watch Craft Roulette. I just really needed to decompress. Okay. So I'd say don't worry about this part, the cone part. We're gonna just put some blank paper on that, some plain paper. One of my close friends was having a birthday party in downtown Austin at a fancy restaurant and everything. I had a feeling that her boyfriend was going to propose to her and was really hoping I wasn't missing that. I don't know. I just had a feeling. But I couldn't go to that either. I just couldn't do any of the things. Okay, and now I want another plain piece to go up on this cone. Hey, Sonia Krill, you've been drawing school buses, trucks, bricks, and no tracing. Good. That's awesome. Has it been fun? What are you doing? What are you working on? This is just watercolor, you guys. There we go. Clean up your hands, Bitty Penny. I know, right? Diane, talk too much? Never. Diane, I popped in the other night. I don't know who you were crafting with, but she had the biggest bucket or tub of jewelry and beads. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. And you were using some, and I think you were making a tag, and that looked so cool. So, so cool. Okay, so now we have some Zen flowers. And I actually really like our Zen flowers. Not saying I like them better, but I do really like them. So these are the Zen cone flowers with a die. These are the ones without a die. And then this is kind of my version of this flower. We didn't do leaves yet, but we could. So let me glue this on. A little cone part of our cone flower. And we're going to put some cards together. I do want to color these or paint these. Originally, when I was thinking of the Zen flowers, I honestly wasn't even thinking of coloring them. So I may leave these black and white for now, and then we'll color them if we really want to. Originally, I was thinking of just leaving them black and white. Okay. So let's get our card bases back out. These are pretty dry. This is the only one that is not quite dry enough, but these other ones are. And let's just see. Have I made anything or just a mess? I don't know. We're about to find out. I don't know if I like the black and white with the patterns that I chose, but I think on on different paper, it might be cool. I think I'm gonna like the painted versions on these papers a little better. Let's connect our stems. What if we do that? Make a little cluster like that. I like it. And then add a sentiment. And Desiree has some awesome sentiments in her stamps. So I know there will be no shortage of sentiments. I'm wondering if there's anything else that I want to put in here. Now, always, I think I always have a paper doll on the brain. But it would be fun to come in. I'm not going to put her on, but it would be fun to come in and like you could add paper dolls and add strips of fabric. You could add anything to these. Have like some random scraps of fabric over here off to the side. Ooh, I like that. Is it too wild? I don't know. What is too wild anyways? I like it. And then, ooh, to add some stitching around the edges. I mean, it's different. You're not going to see anybody else make this card. But see, she has all these, and we just have to be fearless in our card making. She has so many fabulous sentiments. Let me look to see if there's one that we want to use. Be authentic. Use your wings. Stay curious. Just breathe. Happy everything. Ooh, I like the happy everything. Let's use that. This is from this mandala. The mandala set. I like this happy everything. You like the lady on the front too? I do too. I could slap a paper doll on anything. I know, isn't she fabulous? She makes me think of Tracy a little bit. I just keep her off to the side to entertain me. Yeah, let's put happy everything on here. I think I will take this to my sewing machine too and stitch around the edges just for funsies because we can. Grabbing a block so I can stamp out the sentiment. Yay, this is going to work out, you know. You're never quite sure. You're never quite sure how things are going to go, but this is going to work. Well, maybe we'll use that girl, by the way, on the next card, but I'm going to keep it without this one without the paper doll. Got our happy everything sentiment. Man, I am loving this card. The more I look at it, the more it amuses me and the more I like it. We just have to keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep going. Push past the awkwardness. Y'all hear my stomach, sorry. Okay, and I might ink blend around this too. Okay, so let's do this. This piece has a little bit of this backing paper peeking out, and I don't want it to, so I'm going to tear that off. There we go. This is an old upholstery scrap, upholstery sample. Sal Storm, how's it going? Ooh, look at this side. Let's use this side. All right. I'm using my Fabri-Tac to glue this down. Sal Storm, we're making, and anybody else just joining, we're making 6x6 cards today with like Zen flowers. And if I have time, we're going to do a little journaling as well. There we go. I like that. Okay, while y'all sit here and wait for me to return, real quick, like, I'm going to jump over to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch around the edges of this card real quick, like. I'll BRB. Okay. back. There we go. It's cool. I have like this hot pink thread in my machine right now. And it kind of matches our cone flowers. Okay. So let's get our flowers attached here. I did like our stems connecting. Then we've got this big leaf. I need to make room for our sentiment, which is happy everything. And then we have this other leaf that's going to stick out over here. Something kind of like that. I think I'll trim this down a little bit more. What are y'all doing today? Are y'all scrapbooking? Are y'all celebrating? Is there a bunch of people live or having videos out? Probably. I need to go do some chores at my mom's house today. Love it. So weird, so different, but I do love it. Okay, and we're going to make a card base for this too. Hey, Mama Juju, how's it going? And anyone that I might have missed. Hi, Carol. Good morning. Aww. Oh, how cool. You cut out some Zentangle roses recently. I love that. Great minds think alike, Sal. Nothing doing nothing. Okay, let's put that there. And now we're committed to the stem situation. So it's going to change. We're going to alter some things here. Okay, I like this piece coming out here. Okay, I like that. So let's make that happen. My mom, she's like, let's go thrift store shopping. I was like, I don't need anything. Normally I'd be like, let's go. But no, I need to get rid of stuff. I don't need to bring anything in. Put that flower way up here. Okay, I want to trim off these stems right here. And this part, we will ink blend this. Let's ink blend this with, how about some green? We've had a lot of rain. It's been lovely. I'm taking care of my neighbor's chickens for the next 8 days. They're on an Alaskan cruise. So I'm on chicken duty again, y'all. There we go. Love it. So funky, so different. The fabric, honestly, I think is the point where I said, I love this card. Adding in that upholstery fabric. was the ticket for me. It's funny how those things happen. Okay. Hi, Rebecca. Are you doing a craft fair? Went to the big hot rod cruise. Ooh. Got ice cream, came home, made a blanket fort. Nice with your granddaughter. Aw. Started sorting drawers in the studio. 4 hours later, I can't walk. Oh boy. Yeah. Diane, the last time I cleaned my craft room, it was kind of like that. The next day I was so sore from like getting up and down and moving so much. And I don't know, I spent hours cleaning and I was sore the next day, which speaks to both how messy my craft room was and also to how out of shape I am. Okay, there is, I don't have it attached to a card base yet, but there's our first card. It's funky, it's different, and I really, really like it. And I love our little Zen flowers. Okay, let's make another one. We did make 4 bases after all. Let's use a different color base. All right, do we want to use this honey right here? She is sweet. All right. And we'll put some Zen flowers around her. Let's put her about right here. And let's put her in the flowers. And now these are the flowers that have these cutouts. Oh my goodness, I hope they're symmetrical. Because otherwise, paper piecing these could be problematic for me. Let's see if we like them popped in there. I don't even think, I think this piece goes, I don't even know. I don't even know, you guys, where these pieces go. Looks like probably needs to go that way. I think they are symmetrical. Woohoo! Symmetry. Yay. Yay for symmetry. I think we'll stamp this with happy everything too. Okay, this is gonna work. So we're gonna put these, I'm not gonna fiddle with all that right now, but at least I know it'll work when we get to that point. And I even kind of like it without them. You know what we need? We need more leaves. So I'm gonna grab some more paper. And now we're gonna make ourselves some leaves without dies too. Oh, cool. Gwen, and how are you, darling? She says, Rebecca, one of my local Zen tanglers sells her tangles as cards, jewelry, magnets at our Vista Farmers Market. Yeah, Rebecca, I hope you have a really successful day and that you just enjoy connecting and, getting feedback from people. That's the one thing that I love about doing like craft fairs and stuff is the feedback that I get, the questions that I get, processing all that information, seeing what people respond to, what sparks joy in others about the things that I make. Like seeing what makes people's eyes light up. So even if you don't have a lot of sales, um, or if you do, I hope you do, but even if you don't, if for some reason the market isn't well attended, because it happens, you know, or something like that, look for those moments. That's, to me, always makes it worth it, regardless of how much I sell, is the interaction with others and seeing what makes their eyes light up, and getting feedback, constructive feedback too. But I'm sure you'll do great, and I hope you will, and I hope you enjoy it, and the weather is nice, and the attendance is great, and just that everything is good. Good vibes only. And I wish I could come. You'll have to come back and tell us how your experience was. I think it's kind of like weight loss, you know, like when you're on a weight loss journey and you don't just look at the scale, but you look at other wins that you have, you know, like fitting into something, the inches that you lose versus the numbers on the scale. It's kind of like that. Okay, so there, now we have some leaves. To work with over here. We can turn these over so we don't see our pencil. And I'm going to paint them. Or maybe I'll use my alcohol markers and we'll just color them up real fast. I could do that too. I was watching Desiree the other weekend and I swatched all of my Ahuhu markers. I'll show y'all what I did. See, now we have lots of leaves. No dyes, no problem. Okay, let me get my Ahuhu markers out. We'll color these up real quick and I'll show you what I did with them. So, you know, it's hard. You can't always trust the lid of, did I not do this one? Oh, I didn't do this one. Can't always trust the lid of the marker. So I took a scrap of paper and colored on it. Let me get one that's easier to see. And colored on a scrap of paper and then used Scotch tape and literally taped it to the barrel of my markers. And that way I have a real life idea when I pull this marker out of what the color is. So let's do that. Let's get some of these out. Let's do this green. Maybe those two. I think I was going to do these, but the lids were so close on the couple that I tried that I decided I didn't need to. I did that one. Maybe I just missed one. No, because I didn't do that one either. I stopped for some reason. What reason? I don't know. Ooh, I like these colors too. Let's pull those out. Okay. It's fun for me to use different mediums with you guys, like on the same or similar projects, because then you don't feel like you have to go buy anything, because, you know, you saw us use watercolors. Oh, that's a dark color to color up the first ones. And now I'm using alcohol markers. It's a pretty dark color too. Ooh, that's a bright, fun turquoise. Okay, and then I had one other. Each one's going to be a different color. Now I could come in and stamp these with more tangled images, but I think I'm going to come in just with a marker. And I'm going to doodle. Again, this is why I really wanted to make this project with y'all, because I felt like I could show you how to make it with products and I could show you how to make it without. These are the Jane Davenport Tippy Toes pens, if you're wondering what I'm using. Remember those leaves on the first card? They had some like lines off to the side. I'm just mimicking that. They only were on one side of the die, which is kind of cool. But now I want leaves. I want lines all over this leaf. And maybe I want them all over this leaf too. Oh, thanks, Linda Veal. Okay, so with just a tiny bit of my own little doodling, and these are metallic. It's like a gold metallic. It's really pretty. We have leaves. We just drew our own leaves, cut them out, used our markers, colored them up. Let's put it together. Let's move her over here. I wasn't sure, Linda. I wasn't sure that this was going to work out today. But it's fun figuring it out and hanging out with my friends. You're going to tangle in your, what's a TAD 2025 journal, Gwen? You have to tell me, what is that? Gotta put our flowers in to this collage. Tangle a day? Is it tangle a day? Or am I just making, I mean, I'm making that up, but my brain said that that made sense. Gwen, I love your tangles. Okay, let's stamp this. Thanks, Flo. Okay, I haven't decided if I'm putting those yellow pieces in yet. We're going to stamp a happy everything on, and I'm going to just stamp it directly on the card. We're going to stamp it right here. How fun. Oh my gosh, I love this card. It's working out. Oh, what a relief. It is a tangle a day. KYB, I figured it out. That's cool. A tangle a day, 2025. Go, Gwen, go. That's awesome. I have commitment issues um, with things like that. The most I can do is a month, but I'm really impressed. And I bet it's fun. And I know for a fact our parents weren't lying when they said practice, 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 because I know for a fact, Gwen, that you will come out of it, you will walk away with it with such a stronger skill set and creative muscles. You're flexing those creative muscles. I love it. I really like how all of this is happening right here. So I'm going to glue these together now. Oopsie, don't need that piece of glue, that drop of glue. There we go. And now I can turn her over and glue everything down. I'm gonna have to find a new paper doll to keep me company now. She's been keeping me company on my desk for the last week or so. But she has moved on. She has found her place and her purpose. And she is moving on from my desk. Okay, let's put this flower right here. This flower goes down here. I think she's really happy in her new home and I think she's really blooming here. So I feel good about it. I don't think I'm going to put the yellow pieces in, you guys, but we can use those on like our next card. What time is it? Ooh. If we're going to do journaling, we got to wrap up the card making, but I'm having so much fun now that I know it's going to work. I don't think I'm going to stitch around this one, but you could. We can also we could just do faux stitches. Let me get my tippy toes back out. And by tippy toes, I mean my marker, not my actual toes. And we'll do a faux stitch. This card really is kind of like a tribute to Tracy Phillips at Mindless Crafting. She loves the faux stitch, and I just love everything that she makes. Seriously. Tracy has never made anything where I'm like, meh. No. I just love everything. So if faux stitching is the way to go, we will go that way. Now I will tell you, I did want to make some leaves like this that I actually stitched like embroidery floss into. Okay. A little faux stitching around the side. I think it's good. I mean, we could always put pearls and stuff. Look how different, but the same. I mean, the same background in a sense, but how different they came out. Something needs to happen right here. So, I wonder if we can kind of fudge a yellow daisy right here. Just putting 2 of these, yeah, like that, I think. I like that. They ended up on the card after all. What do you know? And one more up here. As if there's flowers popping out from behind her. Those aren't wings. Those aren't her wings. Let's put that there. We might put another one of these on the other side. Oh, thank you. Bye, Reagan. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. Okay. I don't know. Something was just kind of bugging me there. Let me see if I need it on this side or not. Did that fix it for me? No. I also need some flower petals here. I don't know. Something was just kind of, when I held it up and looked at it, I felt like it needed something here. Was that the answer? I don't know, but I don't hate it, so that's good. All right, I'm going to let it be and turn away from it. Okay, so there are those 2. Y'all tell me, hey, Desiree, do you see my Zen flowers? Let's make one more. Yes, I stamped out your designs and then used dies to cut out flowers, but then I also just drew with a pencil and cut out some flowers as well. Okay, and I'm trying to use up some 6x6 paper. So let's do this again. Let's pull back out this one, because then, you know, I really wanted to toy with leaving some of these black and white. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I think I have to, I have to color them, you guys. I just have to. I can't help it. Yeah, so Des, my idea was that we can make Zen flowers. We can make them like with your stamps, and that's really great because then I don't actually have to Zentangle. I mean, have to. I know it's fun, but anyways, I get it. The cheat code is your stamp set, and then hold on. Do we want to just do like go bold? Let's go bold. Let's do some purple and yellow, maybe. Let's see if we like it. But then that also, people could just doodle, and if they don't have dies, they can just draw their own flowers and cut them out. Oh, this This marker may be on its way out. It's old. These markers here are really old, you guys. And they've seen better days because they were in my kids' playroom for years. So the kinds of crafting these poor markers have seen have been probably pretty brutal. Let's see. What if we kind of color and emphasize the tangle this way? These will be really funky. Ooh, and I like it. Hey, Devin, how's it going? We're making Zen flowers today and putting them on cards. The little Zen tangle stamping. But you can doodle. We've also done some doodle as well. This is a really funky cone flower, and I love it. Okay. Yes. She's fun. So we'll be putting that on our card for sure. Let's make another one. Trying to decide how I want to color this one up. I have these really pretty. You finished your BRB sign? Awesome. Oh, I can't wait to see it. You're tangling it, aren't you, Des? That's awesome. Oh, man. I bet it looks incredible. I really wanted to make some scrappy things today with my scraps. We'll do that another time. Okay. Then this color. Can you imagine if we actually had cone flowers that looked like this? How cool would that be? We'll bring in a third color as well. How about that? Okay. Let's see about this color. Oh, it's a little too dark. It's a little darker than I wanted. I love how funky these are. This is fun. This is fun. Okay, we're going to have this color. So 4 colors. Then the purple. I think I want the purple to be the pop of color that kind of runs between all of these. And we'll bring in a little tippy toes because it's metallic and it's a fine brush. So let's bring in a little bit of tippy toes real quick. The tippy toes come in a lot of colors, and they're opaque, so you can cover lines. Let's add some dots to the top of our cone flower here. This is one of the things that I think is so impactful about Zentangle is it's very, you just kind of get lost in it, and it's fun. It's a fun thing to get lost in. Very therapeutic, I think. Like you could just sit down and kind of get lost in the coloring. But there's our cone flower. Totally different. Gonna add a little metallic to this one. Okay, we have our flowers. Let's pull back in our card base. Yeah, they'll be popping off of there. Let's switch these. Maybe. They need stems. Stems are easy. Here's one right here. We're going to use the happy everything sentiment again to put a stem right there. Okay, let's do the happy everything. Let's figure out what else this card needs. Happy everything. So here's what we did with the first two. Man, that fabric made me really happy with that first card. And of course, I just love the lady on the second one. This one, I kind of like it like this. Oh, I think maybe this is where this stamp might come into play. I think I might stamp out a couple of these triangles and make it the background more abstract. Okay, what time is it? Woo, okay, I'm gonna make this my last card, and then we're gonna just decorate a couple of journal pages because it was pretty split down the middle when I let you guys pick what we were gonna do today. All right. These poor stamps, they're so well loved. They need to be, they need a bath. They need a spa day. These stamps definitely need a spa day. All right. Grab my other scrap of paper here. Move some things around. Maybe cover up my glue so it's not clogged when I need it. These cards are 6x6. I'm trying to use up my 6x6 paper, Devin, so I made a really simple card base. So all I did was I took one 6x6 sheet of paper. I took another 6x6 sheet of paper and tore it in half. And then I took another one, different pattern, and cut these to 2x6. So real simple way for me to use up a whole bunch of 6x6 paper and use up and make card bases. And then what I'm going to do is take 12x12 paper and just cut it in half and make my bases for these. Well, it looks like I'm stamping this one twice. Yeah, these stamps definitely need a spa day. Bye, Des. Cleaning. Yuck. I need to. But I never really want to. Okay, one more. Now I'm just planning on cutting these out, which will be real easy, and keeping them black and white, but we'll see if I actually do that or not. Ugh, I smudged my paper. Good thing there's two sides. All right. Let's start with the one that'll be most dry, the one we stamped first. Good morning, Lori. Welcome. This is what's cool about this band. Right here was only glued on these two sides, leaving the so that I could put things behind it and work with it more. So like I can tuck that one up underneath. This one down. Ooh, I like that. Okay, we've got one more. Really different, really abstract and different. Let's see. What do y'all think? Are we good? Should I color them? I don't think I'm going to color them. I do think I will stitch around this one though. Like we did this one. I might not do the zigzag stitch, but I do think I will stitch around it. What needs to happen down here with the stems? I feel like something needs to happen down here. Oh, kind of like a vase. Okay, hold on. That one's so bold. I don't want it to really take away from the flowers. What if this is where we just have to play until we figure it out? Funky. The black and white works? Oh, good. Okay, cool. I don't think I like the vase as much. I don't think I like the pieces as much as a vase. I think I do like it better with them. Just kind of peeking out and as an abstract background to the flowers. I do think I like that better. So let me bump these down again. I think I like that. I think I like that. And then, we're going to leave it to the 3. Have those come together, perhaps. And I feel like we should put another little sentiment or something. Let's bump this up. I'm overthinking it. This is not, you don't need to overthink it as much as I am, but I'm a little bit boxed in here because what I really want to do is something like this again, but I can't. I mean, I can, but not with that. So that is the kind of design dilemma that I'm going through right now. That's better. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. And then where did they go? I just got some Tim Holtz stickers the other day with sayings on them. There they are. It's like they couldn't have gone too far. Let's find one of these. And we're going to put one, I think, right there. So it says, happy everything. Let me read these to y'all. Sorry. You liked the vase idea? Yeah. It felt too forced for me for some reason. Happy everything. Go where your heart takes you. I like that. Let's just do that. Now, go where your heart takes you. Don't we also have it in black? Let's use black. Go where your heart, yeah. Yep. Okay, we figured it out. So let's glue and move on. Woo, thanks for hanging out with me through that. I normally just don't give things a whole lot of, honestly, a whole lot of thought. Or I don't deliberate, I should say. I give things thought, but I don't typically deliberate on decision choices. I just go. So it feels weird for me to sit there and deliberate. Okay. I love our little cone flowers, you guys. I like all the different ways that we played with this idea today. And I hope you found it to be inspirational in some sort of way, that you're feeling inspired. I don't know that this one will have you run in for your craft room, but still inspired to take chances or see your things in different ways, or, you know, to see an inspiration piece that someone makes and go, I don't have the stamps or dies for that, but I think I can make it. Or maybe go pick up Dez's stamps. I love them. It was fun coloring these tangles too. I really want the stem and this part of the flower. Okay, go where your heart takes you. That's what we did today. That's exactly what we did today. Well, we went where my heart took me. You guys, I appreciate you coming along for the ride. I don't know that it's the best one of the bunch, but it is creative. It'll be someone's favorite because that's the way it goes. Oh, thanks, Norma. Okay. Hey, Becky. Let me put up my BRB. It'll only take a second. Here, y'all can look at the first two we made, and I'm going to go stitch around this real quick. Okay. That is done. And for me, the stitching made me like it more. I like it with the stitching. I went ahead and did a zigzag, but I made my zigzag smaller. I changed the width of the stitch. If it sounds like I'm in a tunnel, it's because I had to step across the room and grab some 12 by 12 paper. This is my jewel tones. So we can make our card base. I would never choose this color, so I'm going to choose it today. I need 2 sheets of it. Never say never, right? Because here I am. It's wild, but so are my cards. And you're not actually going to see it on the front. You would only see it on the back. And there is this side, which is what the inside will be. Okay, so we made 3 super funky cards. I am still committed to doing at least decorating 1 page of a journal page for everyone who voted journal. I didn't mean to spend this much time on cards, but you know, just get fully invested. I get fully invested. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this down. I have 2 sheets here. I'm just going to cut it to 6 inches. So it's 6 by 12. And then that's it. That's all the cutting. And take and fold. And now we have a 6 by 6 card base. Woohoo! Don't worry about the neon green. It's okay. The back is the only place it's going to show. And if you don't like it, you can always cover it with more paper. And that'll just make the card base more sturdy. So now I have 4 card bases. Okay. I'm going to take these, and this is going to go on the front, like so. And then when it opens, it's a calmer green. It's a little bit calmer. Just a little bit. I like to glue my stitches. Cuckoo. I know. It keeps me accountable. Like right now, it's like, hey girl, you've been on here 2 hours making 3 cards. Hey girl, hey. Do you know what time it is? All right. There we go. Go where your heart takes you. Today it took us to some funky card making. Put this one on. Next. Then we're gonna just decorate real quick, or the journal. Okay, there's that. Bang. I'm really not worried about it. I will cover that if I don't like it. Even if I cover it with a book page or something, which will just make my card base more sturdy. Or I'll leave it bright green. I needed more cards for orders, for when people place orders. I like to put a handmade card in there. I need a whole lot more than 3, but I've got to start. So there's that one. That was the first one we made. And then I have this one loner over here that hasn't been decorated yet. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I'll decorate this on my own time. There we go. I'm excited. Let's see. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of 6x6 paper. So that's kind of nice. All right. Here are the 3 cards we made. Now let's work on just a couple of journal pages and I'll let you guys go. I have these journals that we made in a flash the other day. We made 2 journals in an hour and a half. It's taken me 2 hours to make those 3 cards. I mean, that's how fast making these journals is. But I haven't touched them since we made them. And so we can work on decorating a few of these pages together and adding some bits and pieces. Bye, Devin. Have an awesome day. I'm so glad you popped in. It's so good to see you. Have a good weekend. I'm going to get these scraps off my desk real quick. Just do a little cleanup. Clean up on aisle 1 here. How are you, Sala? Good to see you. The green paper is fantastic. You like it, Linda? Good. I figured that might be making somebody's eyeballs hurt. That's a pretty bold one. Okay, let's just grab some paper and do a few pages of decoration. We've got lots of blank pages to work with. So I'm going to grab some card sketches and I'm going to grab some scraps and we'll decorate a few pages. I had been working, this was years ago, on some digitals. I was going to do some musical heart digitals, but they weren't really sized right, and I kind of abandoned them and never picked them back up again. But so these are in my scrap pile. Let's use some of these. I was going through some of my things the other day and thinking I need to finish up some of the digitals I started years ago. And this was one of them. I need to completely overhaul it and look at it again. But it's cute. I have like this cat with a violin and a frog playing the flute and people dancing, and we can use this too. Okay. So let's grab a sketch. This time we're going to use Kendra's Card Challenge number 18 sketches. And let's decorate a couple of pages. I don't know if I don't know if I'll ever decorate my journal pages without this going forward. Oh, look, here's one that kind of has this kind of thing. So let's pick sketch number 2, KCC 18. These are free. You can go to kendrascardchallenges.com to get your sketch. Okay, so Bye, Gwen. Have a fantastic weekend. Have fun in your Tangle journal. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I won't be on too much longer, you guys. It's just when this was a viewer choice kind of day. When I asked you guys, I got a mix. It was pretty close between cards or journals, so I'm trying to do both. Of course, some of the people who wanted journals probably have like abandoned us a long time ago. I gotta get out of here. She's never gonna get to the journals. Okay, let's look at the sketch again. The sketch has like the square piece, the circle, and then this piece down here. So let's anchor the piece, this piece down here at the bottom. We can put this piece at the top. And we can put a circle kind of right in the middle, maybe. Let's just play around and see. I kind of liked both of them being right up here. What if we made this a pocket? And we'll figure out what to do. All right, let's do some ink blending. We'll make this a pocket. It'll just be a little bit of a shallow pocket. And then let's figure out what we want to do with the bottom here. Hi, Karen McCoy. Happy Saturday to you as well. Voted journals still here. Glow. Just love you, gal. You're hardcore. I love it. Yeah, and no apologies needed for anyone who needs to leave ever, or has to leave and come back, or just watches 5 minutes. No apologies needed. We're happy you're here. Any moment that you can be here. It's a busy, world we live in. So I just feel bad if you were hanging on waiting for the journal and it took me 2 hours to get to it because I was fiddling with 3 cards. Okay. I feel like I want something to cover this page. Let's do that. Now, I have scraps. I got scraps out. So, even if it doesn't cover the whole page, I can just cover part of the page like that. Oh, that's funky and different. I like it. Let's go for it. Hey, Carrie, good to see you. Oh, that is nice. Get to just stay cozy, let the rain fall. That sounds delightful, Karen. I wanted to sleep in this morning. That was the plan. But my brain said otherwise. I tried to convince it to go back to sleep, but it didn't want to. So this part I'm actually going to glue down to the page, but I'm still going to make this a pocket. Okay. I'm gonna make this a pocket down here. Super funky. I like it. Glue 3 sides. And we have a blank page that's not blank anymore. Of course, now we have a pocket that we have to fill up. But that's okay. Look how cool it would be with like a ruffle. It would be hard to write in it. You would need a board. But man, that would be cool. And what I mean by that is, like, obviously if you're writing on this page, you would have to have a writing board. So a piece of cardboard decorated. I used to make these for all my journals, but you just put that in behind it and then you can write on it. So maybe we'll just go ahead and do this, and then I'll know I have to put a writing board with this journal because I like the ruffle. So let's go for it. Go boldly. Here, this side's pink. I like that even better. So it's kind of got a curve to it. That's okay. It'll straighten out. Oh, thanks, Karen. Yeah, I think the ruffle made it. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac and use that to adhere the ruffle. Or is this a pleat? What do they? This might be a pleat and not technically a ruffle. There we go. I like how this says notes, because they can put their notes in the pocket. I just had, oh, there it is. I just had this folded up piece of tea dye out. See, so here's a place that someone can journal on. Stick that right in there. There's a page. She still wants to curve, but I want her to be straight. Oh boy. Let's trim this off a little bit. There we go. Okay, one page down. Now I do have to make sure that my pages still fold fine, so you don't want to put that ruffle too close to the edge. But there's that. Let's go a little further and let's do this page. Let's pick another card sketch. I like this piece of paper, and this is the next one, number 3. Let's do that. I think what we can do is just trim off these edges right here. Thanks, Carrie. Gwen, I thought you were headed out. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this page, I mean, this is so simple, right? Like this sketch. Lovely, but simple, which is also really nice because I didn't really want to cut this paper apart. So we've got a white border, which we're just going to leave white. The journaling page was white. Then I put my pattern paper on here. Now we'll just you know, make some kind of banner to go on here, and so simply this one will be done. Ooh, I have a Zen flower hanging out over here. I just have to pop a Zen flower on it. The banner, and the banner can be something very simple too. Or I had some ephemera in this. I love these. I made these lockets to have like instruments, and this one I left plain without an instrument, but I loved the gold lockets. This fold up, and these fold around to make a little pocket. It's small, but that's okay because I've made small ephemera to pop in it. I love this frog playing I don't know if he's playing a flute or a clarinet, I'm not sure. Sorry, this kit is not available. It's a couple of years old and I never released it. But I plan to work on it and release it. So this, I could put either one of these or both of these in this little pocket. We need to cover this pocket with some paper. Oh my goodness, I just happen to have this scraps of paper over here that have music on them. It's meant to be. It is meant to be. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we made ourselves like a little library pocket, which is what we will stick on this page instead of a circle. Okay, so let's do that. Let's pop it right down here. So we could pop these pieces in there. Cool. So here was the sketch. And so I used that library pocket kind of in place of this flag piece and the dies. Okay, I said we do have this sunflower. I kind of want to leave it plain so someone can journal there if they want to. I think I'll just pop our Zenflower right up here. Is it too crazy? That one's too crazy for this spread. Then let's grab the Tim Holtz words again, and let's put one of these across that flower. I'm going to go to the black again. Start doing things you love, have an open heart, make a difference. I'm happiest when I'm with you. Life is meant for great adventure. Life is meant for a great adventure. Let's put that on there. I'm going to put it right across our flower. There. Okay, 2 more pages done. Let's do one more. Oh, let's do this one. And let's find another sketch. Our language doesn't have a way to distinguish when you're the one leaving and when you're the one staying. It's all goodbye. Oh, so you were saying goodbye to someone else, Gwen, and we were all saying goodbye to you. It's happened to me. I know exactly. I totally get it. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, let's do number 4. Kind of going in order here, 2, 3, 4. And I like that it's like cattywampus. Let's do that. I have my scraps handy, which is really nice. I might want this page in this color though. Just going to mark my place to cut because I don't feel like measuring. That should work. Yay! I'm glad you're inspired. Oh, good. You're doing a Mother's Day journal. Yeah. These journals don't even have, I have a journal I need to be working on because it kind of has a deadline, a birthday. These journals don't even have a real purpose necessarily. They're just because journals. But they needed some work. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Why don't we make this page open? We don't have to cover this whole page. Let's make it open. I'm going to use some washi tape. Let's see. And I'm going to tape this page in. Gosh, that washi tape's all chunky. Hold on. Let's try this one. Let's use this one right here. Okay, I'm gonna stretch it to see how far I need it to go, and then I'm actually gonna use the box to cut it. I think this is a little longer than I needed it. There we go. Now, of course, this is the repositionable, you know, kind of tape. This is the fabric though. Fabric tape. So I am going to glue, once I have it cut down to size, I'm going to glue it onto my paper and onto the other side as well. That should be enough glue to hold it to one side. You guys, I have an accordion journal hack that I've come up with that I'm so excited to share with y'all. I'm going to try to have that video out this week. I don't know why I never thought of it before, but that doesn't matter because I've thought of it now and I'm real excited about it. Okay, so now we're just folding the same tape over here. And we have a tip in. So now this page that we're going to decorate will open. And that will make it even more fun. Okay, so we're still doing this sketch right here, sketch number 4. I need to figure out what piece I want to go sideways. You like that page of the music? Thanks, Norma. What music are you sharing? Natalie, hi. Did I say hi to you? I'm getting caught up. Gotham won't burn today. Yeah, just because is a great time when the juices are flowing, I think. You're right, because other times you might just get a little too caught up in the overthinking, which can happen. It happens to all of us. I have random scraps. So they're not scraps necessarily, they're printables. But they're very random. Ooh, how about this Maya Angelou? Angelo? Okay. And then, see, very random pieces here. Oh, those are good too. Oh, we had a frog on the other page, didn't we? I had to carry through the frog theme. I think that quote will fit inside of here. Let's try it. I don't know where all these are from, you guys. I mean, I think this one is from, gosh, I can't remember the name of her YouTube channel. I haven't watched it in a long time, but Yosana. She has a big channel, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Oh, what is the name of her channel? I just can't remember. Like I said, it's been a long time, but she makes printables. And this is one of hers. I like that it has a frog on it. It'll kind of tie into that other frog we had playing the clarinet or the flute. And then I think this, yeah, this quote will fit in there. It says, "My mission in life is not to merely survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style." Aww. This is from Kara Brandon Creations. It's an older printable. I don't know if she still has it. I don't actually know what it's called. It's interesting because it has some dates on it too. So, I don't know. This is the random pile. It's got like my random things and other people's random things. Okay. But now, what if we put this over here and then somebody can journal right there? Let's do that. Almost done, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, Dawn. I'm still here. Saturday marathon. I'm going to put this emit one little ticket on here. Just for the fun of it. Now I know we probably want to put this straight up, but we can't. I mean, we can, but I want to put it at an angle for this sketch number 4. And I just think it makes it more fun. So I'm going to glue this down. This could be a pocket of sorts too. So let me not put glue right there. Let me just put glue here and here, not very much. I'm not going to go very high, and I'm not going to do any of these sides. It'll be more of a tuck. So it just goes to about right here and then all the way across. I can't help myself. I almost turn every page, almost make pockets on every page that I decorate. But now we have a little journaling spot there, but also the page flips open. That's pretty fun. I didn't put a banner, I didn't put a piece of paper across the background, but I can fudge that if I wanted to. I could come in with this bright green and put some, or I could put it down here if I wanted to. I kind of like it. Hi, Shanna. How's it going? Good to see you. This is my last page. We have been hanging out. It's been a marathon this morning. We made 3 really funky cards and then have been decorating a junk journal. Oh, I got some watercolor on this. It's wet. I got my watercolor brush leaned up against it. That's unfortunate. I was going to put that right there. You've always had the power, my dear. You just had to learn it for yourself. Glinda, Wizard of Oz. Let's just distress the edges and see if we can still use it. Oh, Linda Veal, you're sweet. I love hanging out with you guys so much. So much. Okay. That was kind of a forced thing, but look, it totally fixed our problem with the watercolor that got out of hand. And now I still get to put it on my page. Gathered twigs. That works. Wrong glue. This page has two kind of like motivational quotes. There we go. Like that, just carrying the green and the tea dye into there. And we're not going to do anything to this, but we certainly could. But we're going to leave it for now. And yeah, I think we're good here. It does show like a sentiment here, but we kind of already have like so many words. I don't know that we need it. I think I'm going to leave it. So let's do a recap before I go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Let's see. This is the first page we decorated. These are the random little journals. I made both of these journals in an hour and a half in a live. That was start to finish, cutting my paper, doing everything. They are the easiest junk journals to make. And they're really fun because they lay flat. So this was our first page based on Kendra's card sketch number 2. And then this is just a folded up piece of paper that I tucked in the pocket. But I love the ruffle and everything. I mean, you will have to have a writing board, and it's straight and it's dried. It's glued now. So that was that one. Then what? Then we did this one real quick. Musical heart page. And then it's got these two really cute pieces of ephemera. The little frog and the cat with the violin. So hence the music paper and all of that. Put that on one of our Zen flowers. And then we just did this one. So those are our journaling pages for today. I still don't know what these journals are going to be like, so I don't have the covers done. I just have the masterboard covers. But I don't have any kind of particular theme or anything, so I'll do the covers at the very end when I figure out what those even are. Then we made 4 cards, but we didn't finish the fourth one. The fourth one is just kind of got our basic background. These are 6x6 cards. And then we made these. So this was the first. I'm going to put them and show them in order. We made this one first. And made our Zen Tangle kind of flowers and went from there. And then this has like upholstery and some stitching, and they all have the same background, the basic background. So really cool, very different, very mixed media than this little lovely here. Oh, you want the music digital? Yeah, I'm going to work on it. I'll work on it. I have to find the files. Then so we made this one. And then we made this one. Super funky. I know. I don't know. It's not like the greatest cards I've ever made in my life, but they're funky and fun. And not every card are we just going to be like That's my favorite card. No, that's my favorite card. Some of our cards were just going to be like, well, that was a fun adventure. And I kind of feel like that's how these were today. Just exploring and playing and having fun. I didn't even know if they were going to work out. I think they did work out. I think they worked out. So, thank you for hanging out with me. I know that was a super long one. Um, and I appreciate y'all spending your time with me. They are funky. I'm glad they're inspirational. That is awesome. That would be my hope. So thank you, Carolyn. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be back with you on Monday. I might eventually move my Monday. Hey, Zane. I might eventually move my Mondays to member Mondays, but for now, I will be with you until I can figure out the chat with the members. And then I might move Monday lives to my members. All right. So that's what I have for you. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for all of your time. I will see you next week. Big hugs to you all. Enjoy the sunshine if you see it. Enjoy the rain if you have it, no matter what. Have a great one. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.